Hi everyone, welcome to Canvas Basics. The goal of this course is to give you a student's perspective of Canvas and help you build a module that you can use in this upcoming fall semester. To enter the course, you're going to click the Start Here button. That's going to take you to modules. I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour of the course and of the different assignments you're going to complete. This session is built with a pre-session, which is the work that you're going to complete on Canvas, and then the actual live session. The live session is scheduled for July 21st at 10 a.m. via Confer Zoom. You are to complete the work in this Canvas course before the live session. So all of the work in this Canvas course is due no later than July 21st at 9 a.m. If you have any questions, feel free to email myself or Elizabeth, and we will be happy to answer your questions. Now, let me give you a tour of our course. In modules, you're going to find all of the assignments and content that you need to complete the course before our live session. Make sure to go through this module and read all of the content we've embedded and complete the assignments. You have 2 discussion assignments. The first one is meet your classmates, and the second one is share what do you think. We have 1 quiz, Meet Canvas, your online course home. This is where you're at right now. This video is tied to that quiz, so you'll have to watch the video to answer those quiz questions. We have 2 assignments, Reflection, Canvas Student Perspective, Experience, and Practice, Build Your Own Canvas module. The rest of the information here is content and resources. Please make sure to click through every single piece of this module to get all the information you need to better understand our objective and complete the assignments that we've embedded in this Canvas course. Lastly, I want to point your attention to this last item, the Need Help, Ask the Class in our Q&A. This is an area where you can drop in questions. Elizabeth and myself will be looking at that Q&A forum and answering any questions you may have. Okay, now let me give you a tour of Canvas. So, Canvas has different tools that we can use to build our course. The way that we use our tools, the tools in Canvas, is really up to us and the type of course we want to build. So I'm going to go through the most important tools that I use and that most of our online faculty use as well. So I'd like to start with announcements. Announcements is a place where you can send your student an announcement. These announcements are typically sent out as an email to your student, and they also live within Canvas. So a good way to use announcements is as reminders for your whole class, as a weekly update. So anything you want to communicate to your entire class, you can use announcements to do that. Now, if you want to communicate to individual students, then you would use the Canvas inbox. Another tool I want to point out are assignments. The assignments tool is very important in an online class because assignments is where we check for understanding. Assignments can be as simple or as complex as you wish. For example, you can simply ask the students to reflect on a reading that they did or on a video that they watched. You can make it as complex as having them write an essay and submitting it into assignments. So again, you use assignments as needed depending on the objective you want students to meet. The next tool I want to point out are Pages. Pages is a place where we can build our content or our instruction. For example, if you have lecture notes to share with your students, drop them into a page. If you have important information you want to share with students, drop them into a page. Pages allow you to create simple resources or complex resources. In a page, you can drop in links, you can drop in videos, any information you want to give your student. Just keep in mind that Pages is not an assignment. Pages is just a place to share content. The next tool I want to share with you is Files. Files are very important and they help us store our information in our Canvas course. So in Files, you can save any PDFs, any PowerPoints, any Word documents that you will share with your class. We highly recommend for the Files menu tab to be hidden from your students because it's very difficult for a student to navigate through files. What you want to do is you want to drop those files into a module, which I will talk about very soon. The next tool I want to talk about is Canvas quizzes. Canvas quizzes, just like assignments, is a very important piece of Canvas. The quizzes allow you to create auto-graded quizzes. So for example, you can create a fill-in-the-blank quiz or a multiple choice quiz. And each of the quizzes can have different question types. So if you've never used quizzes, you will use it in this course. So you'll become familiar with them and you will be able to build your own quiz within Canvas. It's a very useful tool. Discussions is also a very important part of an online course. In an online course, we encourage weekly discussions. Discussions is a way for student-to-student interaction and faculty-to-student interaction as well. So use discussions regularly in your online class. And you'll also get a chance to create a discussion in this course and to participate in the discussion. Lastly, I want to talk about modules. Modules is the tool that we're actually in right now. That's the screen that you see. Modules are used to organize your course. Online instructors use modules differently. Some use them weekly, others use them by chapters, and others use them by units. You use them as best as they fit your class. I recommend weekly, and what I do is I create a module per week, and under that week, I include all of the information that the student needs. So think of a module as a way to organize your course. So for example, if in a week I want a student to read some content, view a video, complete an assignment, complete a quiz, and then participate in a discussion, I will drop all those things into that module. In this course, you will be working in a module and you will be building a module. So if it doesn't make sense yet, it will make sense with all the resources that we've included in this course. That's it for the Canvas Basics tour. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them into the Q&A forum or email myself or Elizabeth Kemp, and we will be happy to answer you. Hope you find the course helpful, and we really do hope that you learn a lot. Welcome.